Listen up, because what I'm about to show you could change everything in your pocket right now. You've been spending them, ignoring them, tossing them like ordinary coins. But some of these Washington quarters aren't ordinary. They're hidden treasures. Silent fortunes hiding in plain sight. Serious money just waiting for someone smart enough to spot them. And today, I'm revealing the top 5 rarest Washington quarters that could turn into life-changing wealth if you catch them before it's too late. Every coin in this video is rarer than the last, more shocking than you can imagine, and people are accidentally spending them every single day. This isn't fiction. This isn't a story. You might already have one of these quietly sitting in your change. Stay with me, because what comes next is bigger, rarer, and more valuable than anything you've ever seen. And if you blink, you'll miss it. Don't spend these coins. Don't clean them. Every detail matters. The next coin I'm showing, it's a dangerous treasure, and ignoring it could cost you a fortune. Stay till the end, because each reveal is more shocking, more priceless, and more life-changing than the last. Listen carefully, because this is the kind of coin that makes people gasp when they see it in circulation, and yet, most Americans are spending it like pocket change. The 1956 Washington quarter dollar without a mint mark. Yes, you heard that right, no mint mark. Is one of the most dangerous hidden fortunes quietly slipping through your fingers every single day. People accidentally spend this coin, completely unaware that it's worth serious, life-changing money. And I'm not exaggerating, this exact coin, in very fine condition, is valued at $281,000 today. That's not a typo. $281,000 quietly sitting in someone's hand right now could disappear if they drop it in a vending machine or tip jar. Now, before you even think about what it looks like, let me set the stage. 1956 was a pivotal moment in American history. The country was booming after World War II, the economy was surging, and yet the U.S. Mint was working under very tight conditions. Materials were scarce, minting errors were common, and some coins never even made it into circulation. That's exactly why this Washington quarter became so rare. The lack of a mint mark wasn't a design choice. It was a consequence of the unique circumstances of the time. The mint was producing millions of coins, but survival rates for these unmarked 1956 quarters were shockingly low. Most were spent, lost, or melted down. Very few exist today in very fine condition, and that's exactly what collectors are hunting for. Let's talk about the coin itself. The front, the obverse, proudly features George Washington's iconic portrait, etched with precision, but carrying a quiet elegance that makes this coin instantly recognizable to serious collectors. Flip it over to the reverse, and you'll see the classic eagle perched with wings outstretched, guarding the small fortune hidden within its metal. This coin is composed of 90% silver and 10% copper, giving it a distinct weight and heft in the hand. It measures 24.3 millimeters across, with a thickness of 1.75 millimeters, and a subtle girth that seasoned collectors instantly recognize. Every curve, every line, every tiny ridge is a clue. Miss one detail, and you could be passing up hundreds of thousands of dollars without even knowing it. Here's where it gets truly intense. Survival is rare. Most coins from 1956 were spent immediately, and any that survived often suffered wear or were cleaned, destroying their value. This is why a very fine condition coin is like finding a needle in a haystack. The lack of mint mark makes it exponentially more valuable because collectors are desperate for that exact anomaly. Tiny details like the sharpness of Washington's hair, the depth of the eagle's feathers, and even the spacing of the lettering all determine whether you're holding a quiet fortune or just another quarter. Collectors are obsessed with this coin. They don't sell. They hide it. Auctions have seen this coin jump hundreds of thousands of dollars in minutes because the demand is insane. People are willing to wait years for a coin like this, knowing patience is the only way to secure life-changing wealth. If you ever spot a 1956 quarter with no mint mark in circulation, do not spend it. Do not clean it. Original toning matters more than anything, and professional grading can make the difference between a quarter and a silent fortune. And let me tell you, mistakes are easy to make. Many collectors have overlooked coins just like this because they didn't notice a tiny detail, maybe a faint line on Washington's neck or a slight anomaly in the eagle's wings. Those tiny details, they change everything. One small scratch, one polish, and suddenly $281,000 evaporates into nothing. That's how dangerous ignoring this coin is. Stay alert, because this is just the beginning. What comes next is even bigger, rarer, and more shocking. The next Washington quarter I'm about to reveal makes this one look common, and ignoring it could be the difference between life-changing wealth and walking past a fortune without even realizing it. Remember, this is not fiction. These coins are real. People are spending them daily, unaware of the quiet wealth in their pockets. The 1956 no-mint mark quarter is your first wake-up call. Do not spend it. Do not clean it, and watch closely, because the next coin will blow your mind. Hold on tight, because what I'm about to reveal will make your heart race. The 1962 Washington quarter dollar with no mint mark, in that rare brown shade, is one of those silent fortunes quietly slipping through the hands of everyday Americans. People are spending these coins without a clue that they could be holding $188,000 worth of hidden wealth in their pocket right now. That's not a story, that's reality. Every curve, every line, every subtle brown tone could be a life-changing opportunity, and most people are tossing it away at grocery stores or leaving it in drawers to gather dust. The story behind 1962 is fascinating. The U.S. was in a unique moment in history. The Cold War was heating up, the economy was stable but growing cautiously, and the mint was churning out coins for everyday use at a staggering pace. But here's the twist: some coins never got their mint mark. Why? Limited production quirks, minting anomalies, and human error combined with the economic pressures of the time created coins that were incredibly rare, even from a relatively modern year. And the brown shade you see on this coin? That's natural aging and toning, a signature of its survival against all odds. Most coins from this year were polished, worn, or melted down. Very few survived in fine condition, making this coin a quiet treasure hiding in plain sight. Take a close look at the coin itself. On the obverse, George Washington's portrait is crisp, yet you can see the wear that tells the story of decades in circulation. Flip it over to the reverse, and the eagle with outstretched wings looks almost alive, silently guarding the fortune embedded in this 90% silver, 10% copper masterpiece. It's 24.3 millimeters in diameter, 1.75 millimeters thick, and the girth is just enough to feel its heft in your hand. Every tiny detail, the spacing of the letters, the depth of the feathers, even the subtle curve of Washington's jaw, matters to collectors because they determine whether you're holding an ordinary quarter or a rare, life-changing coin. Here's the thing: survival is rare. Most 1962 quarters were spent, circulated to death, or altered in ways that completely destroy value. The brown shade alone is a blessing. It shows originality, unpolished toning that collectors absolutely crave. Fine condition coins are extremely sought after because they're the perfect balance, showing history and circulation, but still sharp enough for professional grading to recognize the value. Every small mark, scratch, or imperfection could either add character or destroy hundreds of thousands of dollars in potential wealth. Collectors are obsessed with this coin. They are holding, not selling, and auctions prove it. The demand is skyrocketing because 1962 no-mint mark quarters are limited, and even slight differences in toning or wear can skyrocket the price. If you ever see one, do not spend it, do not clean it, and don't even think about trying to polish away the brown shade. It's what makes it priceless. Professional grading is essential, and missing a tiny detail can cost you the fortune this coin represents. One small misstep, and you're looking at hundreds of thousands of dollars lost forever. And here's a critical tip: patience is golden. Don't rush. Examine every ridge, every line, every subtle shift in color. The spacing of the letters, the depth of Washington's hair, the clarity of the eagle's feathers, these are not minor details, they are what separate a fine coin from a fortune. Many collectors have passed over coins like this because they missed one tiny clue, and that small oversight cost them life-changing wealth. Stay with me because what's coming next is even bigger, rarer, and more shocking than this 1962 treasure. If you thought this coin was a hidden fortune, just wait. The next Washington quarter I reveal makes this one look ordinary. People are still spending them, still ignoring them, and still losing quiet wealth every single day. This is not fiction. This is real money, hidden in plain sight, silently waiting for someone smart enough to claim it. And the next coin? It's a dangerous treasure you cannot afford to miss. Stop what you're doing and pay attention, because the 1978 Washington quarter with a D mint mark in fine condition is the kind of coin that can quietly change someone's life, but only if they spot it before it disappears. People are literally spending these coins every single day without realizing that each one is a silent fortune, a hidden treasure hiding in plain sight. Today, this coin could be worth $158,000, quietly waiting in a pocket, a drawer, or a piggy bank, and most Americans are tossing it away like ordinary change. Do not spend this coin. Do not clean it. The moment you mishandle it, hundreds of thousands of dollars vanish. 1978 was a year of subtle yet critical shifts in U.S. history. The economy was facing high inflation, gas prices were rising, and the nation was recovering from global and domestic pressures. The U.S. Mint was producing millions of quarters for circulation, but conditions were not perfect, mistakes were made, coins were lost, and some unusual mintings occurred that collectors now covet. The D Mint mark makes this coin particularly rare because coins from the Denver Mint that survived in fine condition are scarce. Combine that with the natural silver content that was still in use for older minting practices, and you have a coin that is as much a piece of history as it is a life-changing investment. Take a close look. On the obverse, George Washington's portrait carries decades of history in its fine lines. The wear on the coin tells a story of decades in circulation, yet the coin still holds the sharpness and integrity collectors crave. Flip it to the reverse, and the eagle spreads its wings in silent guard over the fortune hidden in this piece. It's composed of 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel, giving it a solid weight, a satisfying girth, and the kind of heft that immediately signals something valuable in your hand. It measures 24.3 millimeters in diameter, 1.75 millimeters thick, and every ridge and curve has been honed by decades of minting precision. The details may seem subtle, but they are the difference between a quarter and a treasure. Now, let's talk rarity. Fine condition coins from 1978 with a D Mint mark survived by pure chance. Many were spent, circulated, or lost. Few retain the sharp details collectors hunt for. Tiny differences, like the depth of Washington's hair, the crispness of the eagle's feathers, or the exact spacing of the letters, can mean the difference between ordinary coinage and serious hidden wealth. Collectors crave these subtle features, and demand is rising because every coin like this is an opportunity you cannot afford to ignore. This coin is dangerous to ignore because people are still misidentifying it. A slight polish, a clean, or even minor corrosion can destroy its value. The brownish toning that naturally forms over time? That's your friend. It's what proves originality and gives professional graders confidence. If you find a coin like this, examine it carefully. Look for the D Mint mark, study every line, every ridge, and never, ever attempt to alter it. One careless mistake can erase hundreds of thousands of dollars of hidden wealth. Collectors are holding these coins tightly. They're not selling. Auctions show this coin jumping to insane amounts the moment it hits the market because everyone knows just how rare and desirable it is. This coin is not just a piece of metal, it's a life-changing opportunity. If you ever spot a 1978 D quarter in fine condition, take a deep breath and treat it like gold. Don't spend it. Don't clean it. And definitely don't underestimate it, because this is not fiction. The wealth is real, quietly waiting for someone sharp enough to recognize it. And here's the kicker, what comes next will blow your mind. If you thought the 1978 D quarter was valuable, the next Washington quarter I'm revealing is even rarer, even more shocking, and even more dangerous to ignore. People are literally letting life-changing money slip right through their fingers. Stay with me, because this is where the stakes get real. The next coin is a hidden treasure that could redefine everything you think you know about Washington quarters. Stop scrolling and listen closely, because the 1988 Washington quarter with a P mint mark in fine condition is the kind of coin that could quietly change someone's life, but most people are spending them like ordinary pocket change. This coin is a silent fortune hiding in plain sight, and today it could be worth $145,000. That's right, $145,000 quietly sitting in your hand, your drawer, or even a jar of change, and most Americans wouldn't have the slightest clue. People are accidentally letting life-changing wealth slip through their fingers every single day, and this coin is one of the most dangerous treasures to ignore. 1988 was a moment in U.S. history that seems ordinary, but it's actually critical to understanding this coin's value. The economy was recovering, markets were shifting, and the U.S. Mint was under pressure to produce millions of quarters for circulation. Mistakes, variations, and subtle anomalies crept into production. That's exactly why the 1988 P quarter exists as a rare, sought-after coin today. The P mint mark, which signifies the Philadelphia Mint, might seem common, but surviving examples in fine condition with original toning intact are incredibly rare. Most were spent, polished, or lost over the decades, making those that survived quietly turn into fortunes. Now, let's examine the coin itself. On the obverse, George Washington's portrait is instantly recognizable, yet the subtle wear of fine condition tells the story of decades in circulation. Flip it over to the reverse, and the eagle spreads its wings as if guarding a secret treasure, because that's exactly what it is. The coin is composed of 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel, giving it a solid feel in the hand. It measures 24.3 millimeters across, with a thickness of 1.75 millimeters, and the girth provides a satisfying weight that collectors instantly recognize. Every ridge, every letter, every contour of the eagle's feathers is a clue. Miss one detail, and you could be passing up hidden wealth without even realizing it. This coin is dangerous to ignore because survival is rare. Most 1988 quarters were spent, cleaned, or polished over the years. But the ones that survived with original brown toning or subtle gray hints are the coins collectors are hunting for. Fine condition is the perfect balance. Enough circulation to show history, but sharp enough to retain serious value. Tiny details like the depth of Washington's hair, the spacing of the letters, and even the subtle curve of the eagle's wings make all the difference. This coin is not ordinary, it's a quiet fortune waiting to be discovered. Collectors are obsessed with these coins. They hold them tightly, rarely sell them, and auctions prove the demand is insane. One look at a properly graded 1988 P in fine condition, and serious buyers will fight for it because everyone knows how rare and valuable it is. If you ever see one, treat it like gold. Do not spend it, do not clean it, and never underestimate the power of original toning. Professional grading can turn a coin into life-changing wealth. Ignore the tiny details at your peril. One scratch, one polish, and $145,000 could disappear instantly. And here's the thing. What comes next is even bigger, rarer, and more shocking than this 1988 P quarter. If you thought this coin was a hidden fortune, the next Washington quarter I'm revealing will redefine your understanding of rarity and value. People are still accidentally spending it, still ignoring it, and still letting life-changing wealth slip right through their fingers. This is not fiction. The hidden treasure is real, and it's quietly waiting for someone smart enough to recognize it. Stay with me because the next coin is the most dangerous, rare, and life-altering Washington quarter we've revealed yet. Stop everything and listen carefully, because the 1994 Washington quarter with a P mint mark, spotted with those rare gray marks, is the kind of coin that can quietly make someone a fortune if they spot it before it disappears. People are spending this coin every single day, tossing what could be $172,000 in hidden wealth into vending machines, tip jars, and pocket change. This isn't a drill. This isn't a story. This is real money sitting in plain sight, quietly waiting for someone sharp enough to recognize it. Gray spots, fine condition, P mint mark, it all matters. Every tiny detail is part of what turns a simple quarter into a life-changing treasure. 1994 was a fascinating year in U.S. history. The economy was stabilizing after the early 90s recession, and the country was seeing a surge of change in technology, culture, and finance. The mint was producing millions of coins, but even in modern times, errors, variations, and subtle anomalies slip through. This coin's gray spotting is a natural toning anomaly that makes it stand out among millions of ordinary quarters. These tiny imperfections are exactly what collectors are hunting for, because they turn an everyday coin into something almost mythical in rarity. Survival in fine condition is extremely rare. Most coins were spent, polished, or damaged, destroying their potential to hold serious value. Take a close look. The obverse features George Washington's familiar portrait, worn just enough to show it has a story, but still crisp and full of detail. Flip it over, and the eagle spreads its wings in silent guard over the fortune embedded in the metal. This quarter is composed of 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel, giving it a satisfying weight and solid feel in the hand. It measures 24.3 millimeters in diameter, 1.75 millimeters thick, and the girth is perfect for collectors to instantly sense its authenticity. Every ridge, every line, every subtle gray mark is a clue. Miss one tiny detail, and you could unknowingly pass up hundreds of thousands of dollars in quiet wealth. What makes this coin absolutely dangerous to ignore is the gray spotting. Many people dismiss it as discolorations or damage, but collectors know better. Original toning, subtle anomalies, and mint mark placement are everything. Clean it, polish it, or mishandle it, and the life-changing wealth evaporates instantly. The P mint mark proves it came from the Philadelphia Mint, which adds another layer of rarity. Collectors are obsessed. They hold these coins, they don't sell them, and auctions for coins like this spike because the demand is insanely high. Every fine detail, the depth of the eagle's feathers, the spacing of letters, the faint gray spotting matters more than most people realize. And now, let's be brutally honest. If you've been watching this countdown, you know what I've been showing you isn't fiction. These coins are real, hiding in circulation, quietly waiting for someone smart enough to notice. The 1994 P quarter is the crown jewel of this top 5. It's the most modern yet most surprising treasure, proving that even relatively recent coins can hold silent fortunes if you know what to look for. Here's the final thought of this countdown. Every coin I've shown you today is dangerous to ignore. The 1956 no mint mark, the 1962 brown shade, the 1978 D mint mark, the 1988 P quarter, and now the 1994 P with gray spots. They are all life-changing opportunities hiding in your pockets, drawers, or change jars. People are spending them every day without realizing it. The hidden wealth is real, the serious money is real, and the chance to catch one of these treasures could disappear in an instant. So here's your outro hook. Check your change. Look at every Washington quarter in your drawer, your wallet, and even your tip jar. Don't clean it, don't polish it, and if you spot one with the tiny details I showed you, toning, mint marks, gray spots, get it professionally graded. This is your chance to discover quiet wealth hiding in plain sight, and the next person might not be so lucky. Stay alert, stay curious, and remember, every coin has a story, but only a few have the power to change a life.